wouldn't you be so pissed if you were like a kid with cancer and you're like, wait, is this armpit hair? Your
like,
wig's
why
this
is my
big?
wig
You're like,
itchy?
ew.
Spinal muscular atrophy, SMA. So he's on a feeding tube and the whole 9 yards. And
oh my God, imagine your diet just isn't even your problem. He's so lucky. He is so lucky. Did Sean get in like a accident? Wasn't he?
Did he? I think that was Sean Kingston.
Oh, Kingston.
Oh my God! On the Wave Runner. Wait, he was chasing.
I was like, did he like call him when he had like a neck brace? He's like, tell me what this is like. Hi guys, welcome to Anniewood episode. What episode, Todd?
88.
88. Oh my goodness! Can you believe we're still doing this? Just kidding. It's so fun. This episode we have the hilarious Nicky Paris with us and 87. Wow, Todd. You almost blew it. Episode 87. And we will get to 88, I promise. We have Nicky Paris, hilarious Nicky Paris with us. What's your Instagram?
Nicky Paris, bitch.
Nicky Paris, bitch. And that's gonna have to be bleeped. And that brings me to the next thing I want to say is we're trying to get in that alg, babe. We're trying to be out there and working and have our YouTube thriving. So we do unfortunately have to bleep out all the cussies. And as an option, you can join the Patreon, where you get uncensored episodes as one of the features. And also there's a lot of other fun stuff we do. Live stream sometimes, and Todd puts out weird content of ours, and what else? There's some giveaways. Todd's making stuff on the 3D printer and sending it out to all of you guys. So it's really fun. So join the party. That's just patreon.com/Annie Lederman. And you can see me live. My next Anniewood and Friends is July 16th at the Comedy Store. Then July 19th and 20th, I'll be in Irvine for my birthday. Come to the Irvine Improv. Phoenix, Arizona, July 25th and 27th. I'll be in Toronto, August 30th and 31st. September 12th, I'm in Eugene, Oregon. September 13th and 14th, I'm in Tacoma, Washington. October 10th, I'm in Naples, Florida. October 11th and 12th, I'm back in Tampa at Side Splitters. October 18th and 19th, I'm in Bloomington, Minnesota at the House of Comedy, baby. That's in the mall, babe.
Shout out to Tammy.
That's in the mall, babe. That's in the mall, babe. Let's go shopping. Then I'll be in Chicago at the Den Theater October 23rd and November 22nd and 23rd. As I said, I'll be in Boston, Massachusetts for Thanksgiving. Check it out. And you can see Nicky's dates on NickyParisBitch.com, right?
NickyParis.com.
.com. Oh.
Same-ish.
Same-ish.
I love you.
I love you too. Enjoy the show, guys.
Welcome to Anniewood.
Hello and welcome to Anniewood. Happy 4th of July. I have America's own Nicky Paris with us. You know Nicky Paris from in the future. You'll know who he is at the end of this. You know him from this episode. No. You know him from his podcast he did with Dean McDermott.
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues, which is so funny to have just like a baby boy.
Yeah, my dad wasn't thrilled about it.
You played the baby?
I played the baby.
You played the son?
Dean needed a dad. Adam is a dad, and I still need my dad.
And who was which Adam was it?
Adam Hunter.
Adam Hunter. Oh, I love Adam Hunter.
Me too. He's hilarious. So it was fun, the three of us.
I love Adam Hunter so much.
It was kind of like the Jonas Brothers, the three men, except with worse haircuts, if you could picture that.
Oh, what a cute little crew.
And you look fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Right in time.
I told you this. Right in time for...
You're like Betsy Ross, but with greater tits. I love it. You look amazing.
Oh my God. Caroline Rice said the funniest thing. She gave me a Betsy Johnson dress. And I told her, I was like, come do the podcast. I'll wear the Betsy Johnson dress. But I said Betsy Ross accidentally. She goes, I'm not that old.
This is from the Betsy Ross collection.
I said, I'm going to wear your Betsy Ross dress. She was like, ah.
She's like, Annie, I got you a dress. I pulled it from the Smithsonian. It's going to look great. There's some cobwebs on it.
It's made out of the actual flag.
Perfect.
But yes, no, it's 4th of July. This comes out 4th of July.
Yeah.
Do you have any, what do we do? Do people have,
I'm excited. Last 4th of July, I actually went. I like to get very drunk on 4th of July. I feel like it's disrespectful
for America.
To my founding fathers.
Well, the Brits, it is kind of British of you to get that drunk, to get pissed.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I'm not throwing tea into the harbor, so I just am going to drink Four Loko. And last year, I went to Adam Devine's and I broke a bench. So this 4th of July, I have to be on better behavior because it was very embarrassing.
Now, what kind of bench is it?
Okay. Now, in my defense,
was it in front of a piano? Like,
no,
what kind of bench is
it
Adam
was in a
Devine
backyard.
on? Okay.
And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there and I start to hear wood cracking. And I already fallen previously because I dropped my sunglasses into the harbor. And so I already knocked somebody over. And then I'm sitting on the bench and it was just very embarrassing. And all of a sudden, two other people, I hear wood cracking and the whole thing went back and they were not happy. So
But there were other people with you.
There was
on
other
the
people,
bench. It
but
wasn't
I had
just you on the
fallen
bench.
once already, so I got the blame.
Now, was this the catalyst for your weight loss? Because it was around then that you started losing weight.
It was. You know, people for a lot of time thought that I was Stockard Channing, Rizzo from Grease, or Rosie
Stocky
O'Donnell.
Channing.
When you hear wood cracking and you're sitting down and it's not the good type of wood that you're sitting on, you know, it's not great.
And you can't be like, it's my height.
No, because I'm kind of short. You know, Annie, I did lose a lot of weight.
You did.
You know, and I didn't realize how bad I looked before because everybody wanted to tell me, you know, everyone accused me of being on Ozempic.
Well, you did it right during Ozempic.
It was the worst timing.
Like,
I know.
I'm on Ozempic, and for you to say you're not on Ozempic, it's like you're the fool. I'm like,
I know.
ew, what are you working out?
I am. I'm sweating. I'm getting back knee. What am I doing?
But where do you work? What kind of gym do you work out?
I go to the training mate. But it's all Australian men, and I always have gotten a boner in an Outback Steakhouse, so it feels very fitting.
They bloom your onion.
I want to bloom an onion. That's right, like a dingo and my baby. And you know, if I could do it all again, I just would become Muslim and wear a burqa, and nobody has to know what body I have underneath there. If I could do it again, that would have been the easiest thing.
Are there I've never seen? I mean, there's got to be gyms where people just are in full burqas working out.
Yeah, I'm assuming in.
Or I don't know.
Israel. I don't know what they. I'm just
We're
saying.
bleeping all these words.
This is not a reflection of the Anniewood podcast. I'm just lightly saying. And first of all, what a view we have here.
Isn't this great? It's kind of like a Mount Rushmore with just me.
No, it really is. You look fantastic here. This reminds me of something you'd have like out in a lovely backyard with a grotto.
Yeah, and maybe like a bench. A cracking wood bench.
I would be honored to crack a bench.
He actually sat on this. It was one piece, and then he sat on it and it cracked.
There was a lower half to it. Rest in peace.
Yes, no. What's the name of the guy who made this? Ted Munns, our boy, made this for us, sent it to us. We did all this BTS where we were unboxing it, and then we forgot to make the video and stuff. But Ted, we love you. We love you so much.
It's an honor to be in Anniewood. Ted, stamp my passport. I'll get a splinter here.
We're glad to have you. Well, I had you on my phone as Nicky, and then there's another Nicky, and I kept coming up to you and being like, so are we podcasting or not? And you're like, what are you talking about? Because I kept making plans with another Nicky to podcast.
Nicki Minaj?
Like, but you didn't even have a podcast, right? You don't have a podcast?
No.
So I kept being like, when am I doing your podcast? And you're like, there is no podcast. And I was so confused. And I was like, oh, there's more than one Nicky on earth.
Can you imagine me and Nicky are in cahoots? Like she texted you. No, but I'm happy I'm here. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, it has happened.
You know I love you very much.
I love you too.
I do. I feel a connection to you.
Well, we also have the same manager.
We do. And we're also two models in comedy.
I
said it. I'm not apologizing for it.
We're the best looking.
We can't help it. You know, we're comedy hot.
We can't help it. I
You're
know. Isn't
hot,
it fun to
hot.
be
I'm comedy hot.
No,
Yeah.
comedy hot's kind of where it's at.
Yeah. No,
it's
it
low
is.
pressure.
It's low pressure. You can perform in a hoodie.
Yes.
Nobody cares. You could still look a little gnarly.
I had a woman come up to me at the Comedy Store once. She was like, thank you for dressing nice. All of these guys are dressing like slobs or whatever. And I'm like, it is like Aviator Nation. I was like, the clothes they're wearing are very expensive at least.
Yeah, right. Look up the price tag.
Yeah,
Those sweatshirts like $200.
I know. It's a lot. You got to do a 10-minute set in the back to get a.
Yeah. I just did
15%
it last
hoodie.
week. I did it for the clothes.
What did you get?
I got 2 clearance hoodies and sweatpants, which I know doesn't sound great, but I wanted 2 items. So I bought an extra large. Now people don't know what size it is. It looks ridiculous.
I like it. It's
truthfully.
like a snuggie.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, come here. He likes to harass.
I thought you were asking for my leg. I was
He will probably come to you.
So soon
Look,
into the
he is
podcast,
kind of wants to hump
Annie.
this.
Hi.
Randy, there's 2 gay boys on the show now.
That's right. Look at us go. We'll get you on the Pride. I'm so glad the Pride is over.
I know.
Please.
How is Pride Month for you?
I'm not, I'm like gay light.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to me. You know, I only do anal if I have to, but I stay out there and
there's so many holes to choose from.
There's so many holes. It's too many.
If I were a guy, I would only dock. I would just go through the pee hole and that's it.
That's your preferred method
I'm like,
of transportation.
I've seen a lot of gay porn. Isn't that how you guys do it?
Yeah, basically that's how it all. And then somebody bangs on an ottoman. Usually,
there's always an ottoman. Why is there always an ottoman?
It's because they have gay designers. I guess.
I love that.
You know, they have the gay designer who looks like Geppetto, and he's styling the set, and then they come on it. And
now, okay, wait. So, did you go to Pride? Did you go to the?
I was on the Comedy Store float, but that was really all I did. I'm not really. I went to one party, but I'm not. You know, I'm not really into the gay scene.
Yeah.
But not that there's anything wrong with it. Just not my cup of tea.
Where do you get your fuckino?
Dreaming. Usually when I take 4 melatonin.
Are you just focused? Are you focused on your career and not hooking
I am
up? Is that
focused on
what's
my
going
career, and because the men that I find attractive find my career terrifying. So men think you're a superstar. Men want to date you. I see them all over. They throwing. I get the opposite effect. Nobody like this guy that I was serious with. He was like, "I can't believe you're a comedian. Like, I just don't get it." Like,
but was it kind of hot that he like?
it
Didn't
kind of
like,
felt
you were
because
like, okay.
it fueled my self hatred.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"You're right. Why am I going into basements
Yeah.
screaming at people across the country?"
I remember being really attracted to this one guy years ago because he thought like comedy was like super lame. And then I realized he was just a little autistic. And then when I realized he was a fan, I was grossed out by him.
It's kind of a turnoff.
There has to be a happy medium.
Right. I need to know that you like me, but you also hate me. It needs to be.
But I feel like you almost have the same thing as girls on the road, because with straight guys on the road, it's like you want the girl to worship you.
Right.
Oh. This is going to be the whole fucking episode.
I feel like I'm live on the set of the Animal Planet. It's
I
very
know,
exciting. I love I feel like I'm a part of the family.
Well,
I've known Todd for many years.
That is so funny that you've known each other for so long.
That's right.
Because when you wrote, you were like, "I love you both." I was like, "That's a," and then I was like, "Oh my god, he does love Todd.
No,
he knows and loves Todd."
I've known Todd before I knew you. I've known Todd for 6 years, right? Yeah, don't sound too thrilled, Todd. Jesus.
No, I was the producer on the
No,
Daddy
he's excited,
Issues.
look.
Todd, are you excited? All right, we got a smile out of Todd. We'll take it.
He's excited.
Todd, I'm coming to Thanksgiving, okay? Whatever. So.
Thanksgiving in Boston this year, guys. Get your tickets. I'm finally coming to Boston.
Where are you playing?
I'm playing the Laugh Button.
Ooh, great.
Come check it out. There, every time I perform there, there's like a furry convention or something really crazy happening. I'm always competing with something wild.
I think you should come out on stage in a furry.
Well, look, I could just borrow your extra large sweatshirt. We know it's probably leopard print or something from Crazy Aviator Nation. I kind of love I want to know the owner of Aviator Nation, this woman.
Me too.
I like that she has the balls to charge so much for her stuff.
Seems like a drug front.
But isn't it, wait, does it? Or does it just seem like this bitch is like, I'm going to just keep the prices this fucking high. I'm going to only sell in Malibu. And then, because think about it, it's like almost like Erewhon. Like if Erewhon dared.
No, it's true because it's a higher price. I could see what you're saying.
It's like Goop.
But they're punking us, Ashton Kutcher style. Because that's who Paige.
I love
Mike
her.
Kuski. Want to see Mike Kuski?
Mike Kuski's keegling right now.
You know, that's why. Okay, so this is why she's charging so much, because she was abused as a kid. They all made fun of her Kuski. And now she's like, I'm going to charge you $700 and a kidney. Wow.
Look at her. Read it to us, Todd. Read us my queens. By the way, they just offered us 10% off, and that would still be over $200.
Yeah.
She's a queen.
She looks like somebody who does ayahuasca. I like the vibe.
I know. I definitely want to do it with her. What's that?
It was made in a garage in Tennessee.
Oh. Listen.
Don't meet your heroes.
A lot of things were made in my garage in Venice Beach. Mostly just dents in my Tesla. Oh. I was telling this on the last episode. I crashed my Tesla into the garage in front of the 14-year-old boys next door. It's so embarrassing.
What did they say?
They were annoying. And then this lady came by and was like, thought I'd run the kids over. And so then they pretended that I hit them and that I was drunk. They're just so annoying. They're little punks.
And this is why
you can't date in Hollywood.
No, you can. This is why I'm pro-choice.
Yeah,
I think some of these kids put them to death.
I'm
We've
like,
had
and
enough.
also, where are your parents? Where are your parents? They don't care. These little Venice kids are just wandering around.
Because this is a rich area. We don't want to give too much information, but it's very uppity over here. So the parents, I feel like, are very entitled.
By the way, I tell the kid, he goes, it's mid. I'm like, you're obviously like, you come from some money.
Yeah.
He's like, it's mid.
Yeah, just like my Aviator Nation outfit that was $1,400. It's mid.
Well, I'm sure they probably would not think it was cool. They'd be like, ew.
Yeah, right.
So old. Do you know the heart thing now? Where it's like Gen Z does hearts like this. No, wait, who does this? Gen Z. Gen Z does hearts like this.
This is my favorite handshake.
Oh,
that's a
the
connection.
scissor sisters.
For July.
I know. Oh, I can't believe. So you get one Pride Month, but you don't want it. It's too much.
It's a lot of lube. A whole month. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of seeing girls, and I'm not knocking anybody down. It's a lot to see the girls with the armpit hair and everybody in Birkenstocks. It's like, is it July yet? I've seen enough.
Well, they were doing. What was the hashtag? Oh my God, what was it? There was a hashtag that was like
Not my bussy.
No, but it was like something like, they have the Movember where guys do
No shave November. Yeah.
But girls were doing like, they were growing out their armpit hair and stuff. Oh,
Now, are you accepting of girls? Like if you saw a girl with an armpit hair, because I would accept you as your friend, but I would be, I'd be looking
No,
at
I
it.
don't want your armpit hair
No,
around me.
yeah.
I guess I'm like proud of you because you overcame something that I didn't overcome. But you would have to undo because it all started because they were like Gillette wanted to sell razors to women, so they were like, it's gross that there's body hair, but they did it so well. They hypnotized us in advertising so long ago that you would have to undo so many like societal stereotypes.
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
I think donate that shit to Locks of Love, okay?
Oh my
and the girls who I
God.
feel like have
Can you
armpit hair.
imagine though? Wouldn't you be so pissed if you were like a kid with cancer and you're like, wait, is this armpit hair?
You're
Your
like,
wig's
why
this
is my
big?
wig
You're like,
itchy?
ew.
I'm like, does this person have lice? No, but like the girls who I feel like have armpit hair, they're not always the most hygienical.
Well, yeah, it's like if it smells, you're really
Because there's going to be a Jerry
But how
curl.
could it not smell? How could it not smell?
Beats
It's
me.
just cooking up in there.
It's like a Jerry curl, like a little dread, a
But
little armpit dread.
on the other end, if a guy shaves his armpit, I'm grossed out. What do you think?
I know.
I don't like two shaved man.
When I was a young gay guy, I struggled with my body. And I went to Dorney Park and I forgot to shave my armpit hair. And I was so ashamed that I went into the water park with a white t-shirt.
What was the water park in
Dorney Park.
But what was the water?
Wild HPV
Adventure?
Falls? No, that was it.
Wait, Wild Adventure.
Yeah.
Was
it was something like that.
Okay.
Something where, you
'Cause we
you
were
can
Dorney
track
Parkers
something.
too, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Dorney Park.
No,
yeah,
I
you're
stepped
from
on cigarettes.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, I stepped on cigarettes. I remember stepping on burning cigarettes. I was
Yes.
like, imagine you're just allowed to like chain smoke cigarettes in the
Because I
line.
forgot you're from Philly, so you probably went to
Yes.
Dorney a lot.
Yes,
That was
went
the
to
first
Dorney
time
all
I ever
the time.
smoked pot. Was on my senior trip to Dorney Park.
Oh my gosh. I was in a park.
I think we should be park performers.
I was, oh my gosh.
Dorney, Dorney. There it is.
Yeah,
And
what was
Wild
the-
Water Kingdom.
Wild Water Kingdom. Oh my gosh.
I think we should go to Dorney Park together.
I would love to.
Tosh,
Shoot some
you in?
content.
Yeah.
We'll get Jackie and Cam
I think
to
I went
come.
here once because in Jersey we have Dorney Park and we have Six
Oh,
Flags
Six Flags.
Great
That's
Adventure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
where-
Six
with
Flags
King
was like
Dakar.
legit. But
That-
Six
Yeah,
Flags
yeah.
was like, this was like, Dorney Park was like, you could get
Yeah.
one of your legs cut off.
100%. You're like, is the insurance up to date?
You could
here.
end the ride being too short to have ridden the ride. Do you know what I mean?
And there's always loose articles in the pool, a toe.
Even though it was Six Flags that girl got. Aren't you so glad we weren't doing comedy when that girl got her legs cut off and just everyone was doing do you remember that?
No, at six. Oh, wait,
Every
actually, I
person
think
in the world was doing a joke about
the girl who got her
what
legs
year
cut
was that?
off.
Do you remember that? Was that your Six Flags that happened?
Six Flags.
Legs, just straight legs. Yeah, there it goes.
You know, I have a lot of relations to the special needs community, so I would love to. I'll give my feet if anybody wants them. I'll cut them off. I've had enough.
2007. I started comedy in 2009. So it was just, there were still some people rotating out their jokes about that.
You
But
heard
there
it
was like
from all
certain things where you're like,
angles.
oh, I can't. I can't. It's hard, like when you go on the road, aren't you like, I can't believe everyone's still doing jokes about the things they're doing jokes about.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's kind of
There-
wild.
and I feel like I've heard so many iterations of so many things.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
hard. Sometimes I feel like the really big comics, you can tell when they have writers and that they
Mhm.
haven't watched anyone, and you're like, oh, someone slipped in like a kind of open micy one
Yeah.
in that one. Like
A
a
hun-
big guy will go like, oh wow,
and that happens more than you think.
yeah.
Sometimes, like I've seen comedy, and like especially doing casinos, I could understand why some old people unplug their oxygen
Yes,
during
no.
certain shows.
But don't you feel like I know they come? I like when they
like
roll
I've had
in.
it. Yeah,
I love when they roll it
Me
in.
too.
I'm like, let me get a hit.
me too.
No, casinos are so fun to do. But that's when you pull out all your hackiest material. In
Yeah,
casino.
that's
Give them
right.
what they want.
Yeah,
They want to hear your Six Flags girl. Randy, what are we doing here?
Randy, I love you
What's
so
the
much.
plan?
You're so cute. You're like a little doll. You're like
I
a
know,
little
such
Build-A-Bear.
dirty little
I don't
boy.
even think you're really
I know
a dog.
He is a little Build-A-Bear.
I think you came from the Glendale Galleria and they stuffed you with cotton.
Oh, that's so sweet to say he's from Glendale.
Oh, of course. I can tell you,
Such a nice-
it's
he's
accustomed to
definitely
a
from
certain
Mexico.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Randy, go. Randy, bring me the teddy bear and I'll throw it. He always does this. He saves up his annoyingness
I love
to the
it.
pod.
I'm honored that Randy would save it for when I'm here.
I know.
Because some
he's-
people find me annoying too.
he's
So I'll take it, Randy. Birds of a feather, honey.
No, we're annoying people.
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't
That's
care.
probably why we feel convenient.
I started telling people I have Tourette's. Let them, I don't know them anything. Let them figure it out.
Well, okay, we have an ongoing thing where people think his mom thinks I have Tourette's because my twin brother has Tourette's.
Mhm.
And his mom's like, oh, well, you do things like that all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but when was that? Was it when I was doing ketamine all the time?
That could-
I'm like, it could have been a
that could've-
certain,
Right.
but he says I do it on here all the time because he edits it too. He says I'm always like flicking my nose.
Todd, what do you have, a Tourette's log? You logging?
My little ticks.
I edit all the episodes so I see everything twice. After I do it here, I have to go down there and watch the whole thing again and see this.
Todd's happy. He's happier here. Look at his face.
Todd, I'm happy I'm here.
Finally one of Todd's friends gets to come.
Annie, maybe you don't have Tourette's. Maybe you just need Flonase. It's allergy season.
I do think
Let's
it's just
not
allergies
judge.
because it is always itchy.
It's always itchy.
But I got some of his ticks. Like I would watch him doing the ticks and then sometimes I would get them from looking at him so much. But he really has it. He says sometimes he wants to just go into a closet and scream all the curse words.
Wow.
Wouldn't that
That's
be
interesting because I have a brother with special needs. So me and you are the ones
yeah,
who came
but
out.
What special needs does your brother have?
So my brother is in a wheelchair. He's never walked. I think he's faking
Stop
it.
bragging. It's so annoying how you're like, actually, my brother can't walk.
No, it was just a really weird life growing up because
Of course.
he can't toilet himself, bathe himself. So my parents, he's completely reliant on my parents. And
that's why you're annoying, by the way.
that's why I'm annoying.
That's
No,
exactly
I never
why you're
got
annoying.
any
You're like, hello.
I always say my dream wasn't to be a comedian. My dream was to be disabled. So I could finally just get some attention. But I grew up at a house full of home health aid workers. So it was like being on the set of The Help, which was very exciting. And they used to tattletale on me.
You thought everyone wore scrubs? Or I thought everybody wore scrubs every day.
And my brother was hooking up one of his home health aides. And my mom doesn't know. Yep, there was a couple of girls. So he's like a man's man, my brother. He's covered in tattoos. And I think he might be faking it. I'm not sure.
What? Does he have mental disability?
No, it's all physical.
Oh,
he has
so
spinal
he's banging. He has spina bifida?
Spinal muscular atrophy, SMA. So he's on a feeding tube and the whole 9 yards. And
oh my God! Imagine your diet just isn't even your problem. No. He's so lucky. He is so lucky to just have that taken out of my thoughts.
And to sit by the window and drool. Sign me up at this point.
Oh my God!
But so both my parents carry the gene, and it skipped me. So I consider myself to kind of be like Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
Oh, look at you, the sperm that could walk.
Yeah, with a little pigeon toe, being a gay male. But take what you can get.
No, you have just a little gay limp.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to let them know.
Yeah, and people will have to guess what that limp is from.
Well, wait. Okay, so I worked at Easter Seals. So I worked with kids with special needs for years, and then I always wanted to do a program for the siblings because the siblings get so fucked.
Yeah.
The siblings of people with special needs and then you probably have a lot of you want to be a star, but you probably hold yourself back a little bit because you feel guilty.
Do you feel like that too?
Well, Max just had a little bit of Tourette's. It wasn't that big deal, but it's so funny to equate him to this. It's actually so funny. He's won 4 Emmys. He's fine.
Okay, he's doing great.
He's doing wonderful.
Figured it out. My brother sends lingerie to hookers in Vegas. So it's a little.
Oh my God, your brother's a simp?
He's covered in tattoos. He loves Asian anime women and all that thing.
We have so much in common.
I didn't even think he could touch his dick, but apparently he can. And
isn't there a Netflix doc? Is there not a Netflix documentary? Can you look up the Netflix documentary about the aide that's banging the?
Oh wait, I saw it. It's
Did
Tell Me You Love
already?
Me.
It's
No, but I read the
new.
thing. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's about a nonverbal person, and he gets canoodled or fiddled by a home health aide. And I think I could see the appeal in that. They have to change the sheets and all that.
She's not hot.
Oh. Well, that's the plot twist.
Well, Well, they think that he actually can consent and that this is what I gather from it, that she made up the contraption that helps him communicate. So they think that she was just R-ing him, R-ing him and then making it like he was telling them that he was into it. Or something. I don't know. I didn't watch the documentary. I should not talk about a documentary I didn't watch.
And because she's unattractive, I'm going to say she could be a liar.
But no, I know it does come down to that. You're always like, "But are you hot?"
And I hate to go to Donald Trump. She's not my type, but there is some little. I'm just saying.
Well, that's ladies. When you wait too long to come out with an accusation too, your looks have faded.
Right.
So you have to keep that in mind. It's going to be harder to believe. Do it while you're still hot.
Your boobs are a little lower.
Yes, you got to do it while you're still perky.
They're less perky. They're on your kneecaps now.
Oh my goodness.
And, can I tell? I just have a question for you.
Yes.
I read online that you train dolphins.
I did train dolphins. Yeah.
What?
It's so funny that you did the research that I should do for you.
No, I'm fascinated by this. Now, were you at a SeaWorld or where was this going on?
No. I was at the Koala Basin Marine Mammal Lab in Hawaii. I graduated high school early.
Okay.
And then my
16,
parents,
I read it.
Yeah, my parents were like, let's get her out of here. And my parents just sent me on this service work thing. And then there was the Dolphin Institute. So I was just there for a month in Hawaii, and the dolphins have all passed. They're all dead. All of them died. There are 4 dolphins: Yapo, a Kekamai, a Lele, and there was another one I can't remember. Phoenix.
Did you
Phoenix.
sit Shiva?
I said, I didn't look in the mirror for. That's the part of Shiva. I'm like, no mirror.
Yeah, that's where
I
I'm
have to
at.
look like shit because of you.
Right, you died, and now I have
I'm
to
like,
suffer.
I think my great uncle would want me to look cute right now. In fact, I know he would.
That's right. We'll let you draw your own conclusions.
Sitting Shiva. Now, I was not raised Jewish or anything, but you were raised Jewish?
I was raised Catholic. I just talk like I'm Jewish.
Oh, you talk Jewish. Yeah, we kind of have the same vibe.
I sound like I just.
But do we know what sitting Shiva actually? Will you look up sitting Shiva?
I think
because I think you have to cover your mirrors.
You have to cover your mirrors, and you sit in a room, and you cry. I'm just assuming.
Cry
I don't know
eat.
the religious. No, I'm Catholic. We see, we have the body in the casket, and that freaks me out.
That's very
Especially
weird.
when my friend's grandmother died. My friend Amanda goes up to the casket. She's kissing the grandmother. I said, "You didn't kiss her when she was alive.
Yeah,
you kiss her in the casket."
She's like, "Well, I realized I loved her now."
Yeah, well, isn't that so bizarre? I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I should probably just want to feel it.
I guess
You get all curious.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah, no, my first body in a casket was not good. It was not an old person. It was not good.
Oh no.
It was not good. It was my friend's sister had gotten hit by a car, and it was bad.
That's
it was like so
terrible.
bad. But then adding that you could see the body on top of it was like, because it was already horrific. And then adding the body, I was like, this is like,
No, it's horrible.
this is not good. I remember I kept going like this. I had like scratch marks on my neck. I kept going like this.
Because it's
I
nerve
was
wracking.
so scared.
That's why I have to outlive my mom. Because if I
Yes.
die young, I know she's gonna put me in a fucked up outfit in the casket. I know it's gonna be the wrong color
put you in a
tie.
wheelchair.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
2 sons. You're just like a corpse. And then
We're all on wheels. They'll wheel
Oh my
me
gosh.
out.
Now, is your brother younger or older than you?
Younger by 2
Younger.
years. Mhm.
So you had 2 glory years.
I had 2 glory years.
Oh, that really must have messed you up
yeah.
too.
And here's the funny thing: my brother's kind of like tight with Big Sean, the rapper,
Okay.
and they like my
What,
brother.
is that because didn't Big Sean get in like a accident? Wasn't he?
Did
in a-
he? What, I think that was
Didn't he
Sean
get-
Kingston.
Oh, Kingston.
Oh my God! On Wave Runner. Wait, he was
I was
chasing
like,
all
did
those.
he like call him when he had like a neck brace? He's like, tell me what this is like.
Ah! No, that was Sean Kingston. He was
That's so
chasing all those
funny.
beautiful girls.
Oh, the beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
I think he probably
That's
didn't
why-
want
Yeah.
girls. Was my guess.
No, and he was heavier.
Listen.
So I don't know how that
What
equates.
happened to him? Is he around?
He fell. I think he crashed the Wave Runner, and I don't know what he's up to. I think he's
Yeah,
just.
look him up. See if he's okay.
Let's call him.
Let's find.
Todd-
We might be able to call him. Should we get
Mr.
a cameo?
Kingston. Ayo, Sean, Mr. Kingston. So my brother got a Make-A-Wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation when we were little kids. They gave him a wish to go on a Carnival cruise that my parents picked. That wasn't
Wait,
his
do you
wish.
not have to be terminally ill?
No.
That must be the other ones up. Like, can I at least go before him?
Yeah.
I'm terminal. Randy.
Randy.
Oh my
Randy,
gosh.
happy Pride.
Randy's
Randy,
special needs. So he's like, I know you'll care for me. Randy.
Randy's
Oh,
like, I have an
everybody's calling
IUP.
you.
Come on, Randy. Oh, Randy, you're so adorable.
Oh.
So my brother got a wish. He wasn't terminally ill. And then years later.
Wait, what
he
was
got-
the wish? Was to go on a
My
cruise?
parents picked us to go on a cruise ship.
Wait, so your parent, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So he got to make a wish and then your parents hijacked
So
it
we're
and did the
going-
most parents thing in the world,
We're
which is
going
a cruise.
on a Disney cruise and then a Disney vacation back to back. So 4 days on water, 3 days on land. Please. So
Do you hate Disney now because of this? You like it? Are you a
I
Disney
do like-
kid?
I am a Disney
Oh,
kid.
Well,
It's-
they raised you that way. What are you going to do?
I am gay. What can I say?
It's their.
It's there.
yeah.
I blame them for everything.
Were you attracted to any of the princes? This is so cute. He's trapped inside you.
Please, Randy, get on in here. Like
He's inside him.
like
you see, Ted?
Randy, I want you to pretend this is like a Bajourn and feel free to get in here. So I do love Disney. And then years later,
But you have a good excuse because you have a special needs brother.
right, exactly. And we got to cut the lines.
Right,
So if
of
there's
course.
anybody to go with, It's a Small
Oh
World
my
19 times. So later on, my brother got sick again and he got a wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. No. And they found out that he got a wish and they took it back. Make-A-Wish found out that he had a wish previously and they started to set up his wish to meet Big Sean and then they took it back. So my brother somehow got in touch with Big Sean. They filmed like this empty
What Big Sean song moved your brother the most?
ass, probably because he's always sitting on his. And so Big Sean came to my house. They filmed like this MTV special and my brother didn't want me in the shot.
Which makes sense
And
because
yeah,
you would have stole the show.
I don't know about, he's telling Big Sean in the episode, "You're my brother. his actual blood brother was kept in the kitchen, and you see my ear in one little thing.
Oh,
So that was so hurtful.
that could have
And
been
now
your
I hate all
moment.
special needs children.
Oh my
At the end
gosh.
of it, it's a full.
For
So
him
I've been
to
hurt
do
by the
that, you're
special
like, do
needs.
you know how many times I've sacrificed for you and you couldn't just like, this is like my brother didn't let me go to prom. My school didn't have prom, my juvenile delinquent school. So then one of Max's friends like, oh, you can go to prom with us. And Max's like, you cannot go to prom with my friend. I never got to go to prom.
No.
That's my special needs brother. And now I'm going to just have any special needs.
Listen,
I'm nice to people.
I
give
didn't
people
realize we
their
had such a
moments.
connection over this because, special needs people, they suffer. What about the siblings?
What about the siblings? Now Max again just goes like this every once in a while. It's not really big. He like snaps every once in a while. It's really not bad, but I do like that
We're connected.
We're connected.
And I've been wronged by a lot of special needs people in my life, and because I treat them like actual people.
Yeah.
Like I used to run track, and the first track race I ever ran, I got probably like 3/4 of the way through it, and I sat on a rock and I started to cry. And this special needs kid came up to me and he was like, "Come on, we're gonna finish the race. Like we're gonna run." And we ran. We get to the last yard, and he takes off and leaves me in the dust. And I came in 400th place out of 400.
He gave you enough.
He saw me coming and played me like a fiddle.
Well, listen, you would have just been sitting there. You would have been last either way.
Yeah,
He gave you one shot.
He gave me a shot to get up.
Was he wheeling?
No, he just was limping and drooling.
Okay. This is what you just reminded me of. So when I was working at Easter Seals, I started a thing where the kids did it was a lapathon. So the kids would go and they would get sponsored by their like parents or whoever, like 10 cents a lap or whatever. But the kids did not walk. They were just in wheelchairs. So they went so much. People were like, oh my God. They ended up having to spend so much money because they thought, like with regular people, you get tired.
Yeah, right.
After a while. They weren't tired.
They're on wheels.
They were all on the
on the
motorized
joystick.
ones. Yeah.
Those joysticks hurt. Those
So we made
wheelchairs
bank.
hurt. He used to run me over.
Oh,
I used to go to the bathroom.
They're heavy.
For 300 pounds, he used to park his wheelchair outside the bathroom, keep me locked in there. No, that's a true story. I'd be like, please let me out.
This is like a good horror movie.
Yeah, that's right.
This is really good. And then you can't really fight. You can't really be like, what's your brother's name?
Christian.
Christian's and not a really good one, to be honest.
He used to fight me. He used to pin me with his wheelchair. And no, he would. And I used to love like the girls in wrestling. And one time I actually, Trish Stratus, I don't know if anybody knows her. She used to have this signature.
You of course had to like wrestling.
Yeah.
The special needs population is like
yeah, and
full,
I'm also a chance to get closer to the dick at a young age.
No, it really like lends.
Oh, I used to wrestle with all the neighbors, and I wouldn't stop. I was amazing, but not because I was a good wrestler, but because I was really good at being, in tight positions. Everyone's like, "What's that in your pants?" I'm like, "I think my phone." I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, basically, with special needs kids, some of them know how to work the system. Like when we go to an arcade, that game with all the quarters?
Yeah.
He would crash his wheelchair right into it and knock all the quarters into the thing at Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Okay.
And what were they going to say? They're going to tell the kid, he was like, I crashed my wheelchair into the arcade machine.
No one's going to say shit.
Right.
But they might look at you though and be like, did you do it?
Yeah.
Did he ever frame you for anything?
No, not that I know of.
Running over your feet is so funny because it does.
Oh, it was so heavy. And he has a service dog. He's not blind, and it really bothers me. And I know that's hard to. So unlike it's like
what's the service dog do for him?
Nothing. Nothing. My mom goes, he needs a friend. Can't you have some compassion? He needs a friend. I said, what about human? He's 27. He sits in the house all day, and the dog has cancer. And I'm trying very hard to find compassion in my heart.
Is he going to steal the dog's Make-A-Wish too?
That's right.
I love them taking the Make-A-Wish back. It's so funny. But by the way, such a scam to now go not just to Big Sean, go to all these other people and say they took the wish away. Mm-hmm. He can get every wish.
Every wish.
Did he age out of the wishes though?
They're
not giving a 27-year-old wish, are they?
I would hope
maybe
not.
They are.
No, I would hope not.
But maybe they are. I don't know.
If your balls are fully grown, I think you shouldn't have a wish.
They go, let me see.
They could cough.
Oh my goodness.
And let me feel it out.
So I know, so you probably know too. I know how to work like every wheelchair. I know like how to do everything.
Oh, me too. Power him down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because when he'd get bad, my parents couldn't hit him, so they power him down and basically
which is so much worse.
Which is worse. No, it's so true.
Just hit him and let him leave.
They power him down and make him face the wall. No, that sounds like abuse.
It was Blair Witch. They Blair Witched him.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, that actually is I was I always wanted to be a teacher, which is so funny now because I'm like, no thanks. But so I would always shadow teachers and stuff on my spring breaks. I would always go hang out. And I was with this one teacher. I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. And when the kids were bad, she'd make them stand against the wall, with their backs to, and I'm like, that is actually maybe traumatizing.
That is. I had a teacher slam my head in the door.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, that's kind of worse. I was a
could see
peer
the kind of
teacher.
shape,
I
yeah.
could see being a good teacher.
Yeah.
Did
but
you
it's
say the
boring.
right shape?
I can
of
see
my
the shape.
head?
You got to squish. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
No, he got a haircut. I'm teasing him because he got a haircut.
First
that
of all, I
almost
got a
went bad.
haircut today, and the
You had a
guys
Karen
asked me.
moment? A Karen moment?
He's asked me how my love life is. He's like, any ladies, any girlfriends? I'm like, yeah, her name is Steve, and yeah, I wanted to look my best here in Anniewood. I'm
And he was
stamping my
freaking
passport.
out. He said, "What? Todd gets bad haircuts all the time."
His
Not
a-
that I think it looks good, but you came in and told me this. It's not like I'm looking at your haircut.
I think you're saying Todd's haircut.
No, Todd always gets like Todd. They never cut his hair right. He always has to go back. He always has to do follow-up haircuts.
Todd, does Annie make you leave the hat on if the hair gets fucked up?
No, I leave it on though.
That's very polite.
I think
that's a good
I
call.
got an Asian man's poof on the side.
He's got like side Asian
Like a little
poof.
pompadour.
no, like a poof. Like you know, like Asian men's like
The hair goes out like
their
this.
hair.
Oh,
goes out like that.
yeah, maybe keep the hat on.
I know. Don't embarrass us, Todd. Don't embarrass. Don't humiliate Nicky.
But I could see you being a good teacher because you know what? You're very funny. You're very but there's something about you. I could tell you have a very compassionate side about you.
Yeah, I
And
don't think
nurturing.
disciplining would be hard.
Hit him with a ruler or bang him. That's what all the teachers are doing today.
Oh yeah, aren't they? Did you watch there was a movie about basically it was Julianne Moore, and they were basically like doing the teacher, like the Marilyn Letourneau, who remember she married her little Asian student. He got her knocked up years ago. Her student he was 13 and got her knocked up, and she ended up going to jail pregnant with his baby. They got married, they had kids, all this stuff.
Are they still together?
She died.
Wow.
Cancer got her. Look, it's gonna get you eventually if you do something that bad.
And now he's a single dad.
But they got divorced before that. I remember when they got divorced, being like, "Is love real?"
And I can't even get a guy to take me to an Applebee's.
Yes,
let
you
alone
can.
have a 13. I
Yes,
know,
you can.
but they're hideous. I know. So I'd rather be alone. I'll get myself from behind at this point.
Now Applebee's
I love
is good.
it.
Applebee's
It's
is good.
fine dining.
Yeah.
They took a weird term at all like the Szechuan wontons and stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they did go Asian.
That's not why we're eating at Applebee's.
They did go Asian.
I
I'm
love
here
the
for
beer
a Santa
pretzels.
Fe.
I love the chicken fajita roll
yes.
up with the spicy Mexican sauce.
Yeah. No, it's good. Applebee's, you get what you get. It's good. When I used to drink, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Margaritas, stuff like that. But
Taught me money.
What's
Because
that?
when you're young and you go to the movies for the first time as a young kid, I feel like everybody goes to like Applebee's in the mall.
Yeah.
And that's like the first time you get to like divvy up the money and be like, no, you
Yes.
got mozzarella sticks.
yeah,
You actually owe $7 more.
the mall though was everything.
I miss it.
Hanging out at the mall was so fun. I know it doesn't have the same.
I used to work in the mall.
Where'd you work?
I worked at Express, and then
Okay.
I worked at Solstice, the sunglass store. And Express, I told them I couldn't fold the clothes because I had the personality to sell. So I told them the deal was that I have very fragile hands and it's too much to fold the things. So I said, I'll sell the perfume to the ladies. And I was 14. And my parents were like, "You're gay? What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why they make me the perfume spritzer." And it was fun, I guess. I hated working in retail. I have so much respect.
Yeah.
And then I worked at a tanning salon.
It would make my back hurt.
And
You
I
went
would
to a tanning salon?
Miami tan, and I would
my God, you
people
must
would
have
be
been
in the
so
bed
tan.
tanning, and I put up a sign, "I'm in Miami, bitch, BRB," and I'd go get Subway and leave people tanning in the beds. So luckily nobody died, and I didn't wind up in federal prison.
There's a lot of cancer.
I was a different color,
connections.
and I was
No, I was
Sacagawea.
a tanning bed girl too.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
The stand-up ones, I
I
loved
can't
it.
believe my mom was like encouraged this.
Your mom did,
Well, my mom like totally took me. She was fine.
really?
Yeah, I had my little bunny, my little Playboy bunny.
Yes. Oh, the little the
Uh-huh.
tattoos that you'd put on. I used to put on the tingle.
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
tingle,
yes.
and all of a sudden, I'd be like a chicken fajita popping in the bed, and I'm like, "Is this precancerous? This doesn't feel right." But
obviously
fuck
the
it.
worst thing you could do.
I was I could have got financial aid because I was
Yeah.
in high school at that time. I should have applied as Navajo. Just saying.
No, it's true. And to the Navajo, we do say we apologize that we are celebrating July 4th.
Yes, I'm very sorry about
I
the land.
worked at Gap Kids at the mall, at the Willow Grove Mall.
How was it?
It was fun. My twin brother worked at the regular Gap, and so we would just like mess with each other we'd go on the headsets to like the
Really?
a channel no one was on. And we talked shit.
How was it seeing that many cargo pants?
Look, they were everything, and it was
Mm-hmm.
chunky. The season that we worked with, it was like chunky, really chunky turtlenecks, very chunky, and the cargo
Great.
pants. It was amazing.
Perfect if you have neck hair.
Yeah,
Cover
well,
that up.
I didn't yet. No, the mall was fun. Were you a master walk?
No. I like Master Walk.
Master Walk's a top 10
I love an
for
Annie
me.
Ann. I don't know why we don't know Annie Ann. Why do we know Ronald McDonald but not Annie Ann? I
I
love her.
know. Where is she?
She's Amish. So she's churning butter.
She's
and
churning butter. Annie
soaking. You know,
Ann.
the Amish people, they don't thrust when they have sex before.
They don't what?
Thrust when they first have sex. They
Oh.
soak and they put it in.
That's
and they,
Amish do that?
Yes. And that's
Oh, I
why I've been
like
having
that.
sex all these years.
I
and
love
I didn't even know
that.
it.
I'm a pillow princess myself.
Me too. Yes.
I enjoy just a lay.
Me too. I won't move. I won't start
Lay.
now.
And when you thrust, you kind of move me a little bit and annoys me, you know?
Now, do you feel the pressures of being an attractive person? And Todd, this goes beyond, this is Annie's whole love life. Do you feel the pressures of being an attractive, that people try to pressure you into doing stuff in the bedroom that they wouldn't other girls or guys? Like some guys, like, you know, he tries to get you to do something wild. Like, oh, teabag me. Like, would you ask somebody that looked like, you know, the girl from Baby Reindeer to do that?
No.
Oh, just me?
I think you would ask a baby reindeer girl to do the crazier stuff. I think it would
She
be.
might take a bite.
I do think you would be like, the uglier, the more you want them to do.
More, okay.
I don't know. That's just my
maybe
guess.
people just find me ugly
I
because
think
they're
they're
asking
like-
to do all types of things. Oh no. Okay. Well, thanks.
So people are asking you to do wild things.
I'm very vanilla in the bedroom. I'm very
Yeah.
shy. And
Yeah.
growing up, I was my parents never really spoke about sex. So sex was like a forbidden thing.
Right.
I didn't even know what sex was. I thought sex was rolling around on top of each other naked.
Yeah.
So when I found out that body parts went into each other, I
It
said,
was shocking.
this is sick.
It is disgusting.
It
it's
really
actually
is.
so disgusting. Well, when I quit drinking, I was like, ew, guys, what are we doing? This is nasty. That's probably why you drink, right? Because you can get through it.
Yeah. It helps
Yes.
me get through it for sure. And
Break a bench, whatever.
break a bench when I fall off the bed. It hurts less.
Oh, Adam. Was Adam okay with it? Was he upset?
Adam Devine was pissed.
In real time, or you found out later?
They both didn't seem thrilled in the moment, and I was a guest of a friend, so I was very apologetic. And then I saw him at the Comedy Store, and I said, "Hi, I don't know if you remember me from 4th of July." And he
I
goes,
remember.
"Oh, I remember."
Ooh.
So
What'd you say?
I probably won't
Did
be
you
in the
apologize?
Workaholics reboot. And I was just like, "I'm so sorry." Like, how embarrassing. Like, there was 2 other people on the bench, but I was the one that, and rightfully so.
I quit drinking the minute I started comedy. Thank God. I would have humiliated myself so much. I would not.
What was
have
your drink of
survived.
choice?
Jaeger, bitch.
Ooh.
I liked Jaeger, and I love doing Jaeger bombs, and I would do like a Glenlivet or something. Is that what it's called? I can't even remember. Fittich. I can't even remember the name.
I've never
of
even
it.
heard of
It was
these. Like
whiskey.
Glenlivet?
I don't know what the hell. I was always like having
Is
scotch.
that something from the
or-
biblical
I would have
times?
I learned like a fancy scotch, which I don't even remember what it was, and I would order that all the time and think I was like cool.
Scotch. Yeah, I want to be like Reba McEntire, so I order whiskey neat.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, what I'm really drinking.
Have you met Reba? I feel like she's in our orbit.
I have not, but I've met Melissa Peterman, who played Barbara Jean on
Okay.
Reba. So I'm getting closer.
You're on
And
your way.
I love Reba. I think that I was going to name my daughter Reba, actually, but then I figured, what would that be like if I'm at the mall and I'm like, Reba? What would people say?
There will be no malls by the time we have children.
You're
Let's
right.
be real.
Oh, fuck.
Malls are on their way out.
Where are we going
Except
to eat Master Walk?
my niece, though, went with her friends and they went shopping. So maybe it's back.
I should go to malls all the time. I'm in a
It's the most
mall a
fun,
week.
Yeah.
The Glendale Galleria.
Are you there now? Glendale Gallery is amazing.
Oh, I love it. I see a lot of neck hair, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
We go.
I don't mind it.
The unibrow.
Yeah. And the smell of cologne. Like, you don't need to put half the
Yes.
bottle on when you leave the house on a Sunday.
No, the outdoor part, not the indoor part. Or you go to
Both.
the indoor. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's fun. I know. It's like 3 malls in
No,
one.
it's
I feel
both.
like.
I don't
It's
care.
amazing.
And I put on my little short, and it's steps. Walking, it's
Yes.
killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Are you shopping or just
Yes.
looking? Yes.
What's one of my favorite lyrics? I'm purchasing, not perusing. Unfortunately, it's a lyric by Iggy Azalea. So that's.
I thought it was a Big Sean myself.
If only.
Now I do love a mall still. I still like identify as a mall bitch, but I was just dropped there as a kid. I was dropped there and at the pool.
Alone?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just
How old were you?
I mean, I think those were the times, like 12, 13.
Okay.
When we were at the pool, we were young alone. We were young.
You're lucky to live to tell the tale.
But my brothers were there.
Did you have? Okay. So it wasn't like they just put you in swimmies.
No, we went.
like, "Good luck,
we were
Annie."
good swimmers though. They taught us young so they could leave us
I also
there.
read that you wanted to be an Olympic swimmer.
No, I was gonna train. I was on my way to start my training for the Junior Olympics, which was gonna be like
Whoa.
it was at the George School. It was this team called Spirit, and I was gonna train in the morning and at night, which is crazy. No one is disciplined in my family, so the chances of this actually following through, and as my mom waking up that early and sending me, I think the car accident just did what we were gonna do anyway, which was just like my mom was going to forget to take me one day and then I was just no longer going to be a swimmer. My mom used to drop us off at soccer practice when
You
it
had a
was
foot
like
injury,
winter.
right?
Yes, we got in a car accident on the way there and then I broke my foot. And so then I just stopped swimming. I just started smoking cigarettes.
Swimming is so.
I was like, I smoke now.
I feel like this will take the edge
This
off
is
while
it.
I heal.
Well, we watched the Jake Gyllenhaal show. What was it called? Presumed Innocent.
Oh.
Where it's like he's accused of a murder or whatever, but he's a lawyer. And so he's like always swimming in the pool. And then I watched another one with Chris Evans that's also on Apple TV about his son getting accused of something. And then he's swimming in a pool. I'm like, who are all these like lawyers that are swimming in pools? Is
Right.
that true?
That's some rich shit.
Are lawyers just at pools swimming?
They're trying
worrying
to
about-
doggy paddle around the law.
I know. What are they doing?
That's where they're learning.
Is this?
I have so much respect for swimmers. I think you have to be so. I tried to be a lifeguard and I did it hungover and I got out of the pool and threw up. And
How
I
old
was
were you?
15, 16.
15.
I was in
Drinking
high
young?
school. Yes, I had a fake ID. I was from Lancaster,
Ooh.
Pennsylvania.
I love that. Amish.
Yeah.
You're like, I soak. They're like, we have one question for you. You're like, yes, I soak. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay.
They're like on
You can come in.
another man named Jebediah.
Yes.
No, but I was kind of fun growing up, but not like my mom was so ashamed that I was drinking young, but I was drinking like Mike's Hard Lemonade. She
Yeah,
was like,
of course.
she was like,
yeah.
you're a juvenile delinquent.
What was it? Mad Dogs? What were those?
Yeah, Hot Dog 2020.
Yeah.
See, I was the Four Loco, the original recipe
We
with
didn't-
the
there
meth.
was no Four Locos around in my day. I feel like.
We were drinking the original recipe with the meth. R.I.P.
I remember in college we drank Sparks. Do you remember Sparks?
Oh, I do remember that.
It was like a can that looked like a battery, but it was orange and silver.
Yeah.
Sparks was our shit. It was just an energy drink.
And they were
with
like,
alcohol in
why do we all have cancer?
it. I know. I was like, these are great for when you drive. So
You know
don't
what? I
fall asleep.
enjoyed it. I love the taste of a good aluminum can.
It was fun.
Feels like summer.
And it's better to not know. You know, it's better. We didn't know. Now we know. Like now we know
Yeah.
we're doing.
You know what I'm
damage
itching
to
to do? Play beer pong or
beer
flip cup,
pong.
even with water.
Yeah, I know. I could play beer pong and then make Todd drink it or something.
Yeah. Todd, you game?
Yeah.
Just leave that hat on.
I might be good at it. There's 50-50 I'm going to be good at something or not. Usually I just go, I'm going to be good at this and I hypnotize myself into being good at
I
it.
could see it.
But sometimes I fail miserably. If I get a little insecure.
I
it's
can't
over.
see that happening
We
often.
went skeet shooting and I was very good. Wasn't I
Skeet?
good?
So good.
Wow. What can't you do?
Sell out a theater. No. Just kidding.
coming.
Yes, I can.
Yes, she can.
Let's see. This swimsuit is.
I love
interesting.
it.
Isn't it cute? It's
Yeah.
cute.
Mm-hmm. Makes me want to wish that I wore something red, white, and blue.
Well, you did wear blue.
I
Baby
did wear blue, just not some red.
Baby blue. It's okay.
You know, hopefully maybe I'll get rosacea by the end of
By
this
the end, this
podcast.
will be blushing. We'll
and
make
then
you
I'll be-
blush.
That's right.
Now, okay, so not dating anyone right now.
I'm not, people are throwing themselves at me. And then when I see what they look like in the light, I'm like,
Because we're meeting people at nightclubs.
in nightclubs.
Are they meeting you? Is it audience members coming to you or what?
That never happens to me.
Really?
I think I'm the only comedian.
I think it's bad. It's weird.
I'd love for it to happen. There's been
Yeah.
like one or two people that tried to pick me up, but I think that, I guess sometimes, and maybe you can relate to this, I'm strong on stage and I'm big, so I think that people are intimidated to talk to me.
Yeah.
And no one is ever like, people like, you're funny. No one's ever like, I'd love to see you again
Yeah.
on stage
Yeah.
or at a booth.
I'd love
in
to
an
see you with less
Applebee's.
on.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen, and it's very hurtful because I don't think I've ever looked better, in my opinion. And
great.
I'm getting older, and all these assholes have somebody, rats in the street, and I feel like it's kind of been my cross to bear a little
Yeah.
bit. That I can't believe that I don't have anybody that wants, and I think it might be my personality. I'm in denial.
No,
I think it might be.
it's not the personality.
I think if I was a mute, I would have been divorced twice.
Okay. Just silently sitting there, just taking it.
Here I go again, envious
Mouth
of the special
open.
needs. That's
Mouth
right.
open.
Yeah.
Agape.
Agape.
Drooling. I mean,
Stuff
no, they
like a
really do
Twinkie.
have a good life. And I'm tired of people worrying about the special needs so much. They're doing great.
They're doing amazing.
They're doing amazing.
They have an IEP.
They have an IEP. They're doing amazing. I mean, the things these kids get.
The social security of it all,
I mean, come on.
and I feel
Have you ever been bathed before? Me neither. But guess who has been? His brother.
that's right.
Okay, I've never been
I've
bathed.
seen it with my own eyes. No, nobody's wiping
Have
my.
you had to bathe him?
He's like very particular. He doesn't want me around him, let alone bathe him.
That's so
which
funny.
I choose not to take personally.
It's so funny. He's so annoyed by you.
He's so annoyed by me, and I don't know if it's the gay thing or I don't know
He's
what it is.
homophobic?
I don't
It's
know.
so
I feel like I'm not
funny.
like I feel like if I was a straight guy, like he'd be like, oh, this is my brother. He's a comedian, and because it's me, like I feel like he's not that he's ashamed, but I don't know. I'm doing pretty okay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
my
that could be.
God.
I know.
But honestly, what's gayer than being pushed around in a wheelchair? Okay, what Christian?
That's right.
What's gayer?
Yeah, riddle me that. Riddle me that. But yeah, in some ways, I can use my legs, and I got out with less.
Yeah,
And that
what the
hurts.
hell?
Mhm.
You should try dragging one. Maybe you'll get something for it.
I will try. I always say if you're a waitress or if you have, if you have to deal with the public, always have a limp because people will treat you
Yes.
better.
Or be pregnant.
Yes.
Oh my God, you tip a
But
pregnant
never
bitch
actually
a
give
lot.
birth, so you can milk it for as long as you can.
Exactly. I have a fake pregnancy belly. I wish I had it when I was a
Like Beyonce.
waitress. You just have, I know.
I don't know what to
There's
believe.
no way.
I don't know.
Why would she?
I don't. She had the rumor is she at the VMAs that was a fake belly, and it was
Because
really.
it did look kind of fake. The belly button looked like, my fake belly
Yeah.
does look.
It looked a
It
little
does
bit like
look
a
like
little balloon knot.
Yeah,
no.
it was just like a little too.
I don't know if it was the rumor was that it was a Marie Callender's Popeye, and it wasn't really a baby. But I don't know.
Sean Kingston, why is his only his head fat? Why would the rest of his body not fat? Just his head.
He lost the rest on
It was
the wave
crazy,
runner.
I know.
when he hit the rock.
No.
Oh, this
It's
is another
deflated?
news. Oh,
Oh my God.
I mean,
Wendy Williams is so
I miss her.
Was she on? Did she go on Wendy Williams? There's no way.
Yeah, that doesn't look.
Beyonce wouldn't go on Wendy Williams' show, would she?
No,
Look
I
her
don't.
up. Look up on the VMAs.
I mean,
That's
What a fake pregnancy.
yeah.
yeah, VMAs maybe,
Or NMAs.
and yeah, that works too.
Little racist.
Oh,
But remember she revealed it?
yeah, it was the one with the purple jacket. Oh,
What is
it
happening?
looks like a little bit like it could
They
have
just
been
erased
gas.
this from our lives. Because she doesn't, the rest of her doesn't look pregnant.
No,
Has
You
her
know-
facelift settled yet? Because I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble. It's too tight.
Are you a big Beyonce fan?
I don't know that I'm a big fan of anyone
Yeah.
except reality TV hosts.
Like
Jeff
who?
Probst.
Oh yes,
No, I love, yeah, but I mean, I appreciate
I appreciate
all
it.
of them and
She's a
everything.
great artist
Yes,
for sure.
of course. I'm a fan in that sense, but I mean, I'm not too big
She
of a
scares
fan.
me a little.
It's so, her face is so,
And I didn't forget about that elevator with Solange.
oh yeah.
Remember when they were all hitting? I just feel like you know me in my mouth. Somebody would hit me, and I'd hit the emergency button,
Oh yeah.
and that would be it. I'd be
would be
exited from
it.
Hollywood.
You'd be like, why are we not? You'd hit the emergency exit.
yeah, the fire department would
The
get
fire
called,
department's called.
and I'll never work again.
Listen, you got to meet a firefighter one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that was crazy. But it's too. Why is she becoming Becky? The facelift's wild. I just remember seeing her at maybe it was the Grammys. I think it was the one that Trevor Noah hosted. Grammys, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Her face was just. It was really tight.
She's looking
are like
interesting.
people like all the smart ones got their facelifts over the pandemic.
I know. Everyone's doing that buca de pepo. What do you call it? The buccal fat? The buccal?
The buccal fat.
That's
yeah,
what I meant to say.
The buccal fat. It's family style.
the buca de pepo facelift.
It's like, yeah, they have that.
Because
which
people
makes
are
them
saying
look old.
Sabrina Carpenter got that. And now
Pull her up. Pull Sabrina Carpenter up.
I saw it on
Buccal
Instagram
fat.
that are people saying,
Well, it's very young girls are getting it, which is their doctors are assholes because it's just going to make them look so much older.
true, because if you're 13, you haven't even fully gone
There's
through
an A
puberty.
involved in the beginning. Him watching Todd try to spell Sabrina is so good.
Todd sounded out.
What?
I was not a Caroline Ray fan. Carpenter face, yeah.
But before and
Yeah.
after, maybe.
Before and after.
I would watch a YouTube channel of just Todd typing shit.
I want
would
Todd
subscribe.
to watch a YouTube channel on how to
Oh.
type things.
What?
Well, they don't show her as a baby. That's weird. When they show them like so young. I think it's a mix of the buccal and then they do filler up here. So then this gets it's like 5 years ago she was too young. It's like, don't show her that little.
Right.
Oh my God, this
I
is
mean, whatever she's doing, I mean, it's working. That's what I want to get. I want to get to a point in my career where people sit me down and be like, "Here's what we're gonna fix."
Yeah, well,
on your face.
And
I'd
or
be
people
open to
sit
it.
you down. They go, "You've done too much. You've
Either
gone
or.
too far."
As long as somebody's talking to me, I'm very needy.
I think
I'll
I'm gonna
take
get
it.
nothing until like a full facelift.
You don't need anything. You're perfect.
And then I'm gonna have my sister-in-laws do facelifts too. I was like, look, I'm not gonna be the only one at Thanksgiving all tight and taut.
No,
It's happening. No,
read the
all
room.
the children are getting the younger celebrities are getting facelifts like in their 20s.
Totally. All these young girls, it's such a shame.
It's gonna be
They're like
weird.
baby prostitutes. It makes
But
you
they
want to
look
pray.
old. They also look old. That's the problem.
Please.
If you're getting work done, you look like you're hiding something.
No, I looked like Mr. Rogers up until I was 17. Like all these kids are like I don't understand. People must have boners in class
I don't
all
know
the
what's
time.
happening. They're totally everything's
There's no such thing as an NRB, no reason boner, because we know the reason. It's these
NRB.
young girls. Oh, NRBs.
NRB. Todd, when's
Wanna
your
wait?
last NRB?
What was my what?
When was your last NRB? Oh wait, I can say when it was. When you got that colonic. As my girl gave it to him too. You know I'm friendly with everyone, especially
Yes, of
people that
course.
stick tubes up my ass.
Yeah.
But I was like, get a colonic, Todd, and he got a little bit of a chub with my girl.
That's great.
It's weird.
Hey,
Yeah,
just
show
another day.
chewing. Yeah.
That
I
means
used to
he's
get them
into
in class and I
stuff.
wouldn't be able to get up when the bell rang.
Oh, they're like, what are you doing?
I'm like, I'm just so studious.
You're like,
I'm,
I'm not ready to leave class.
I'm prepping for the SAT. Need
Well,
every
how
minute.
long does it take for a boner to go down?
There's some tricks. Now, what you could do is you could tuck it into the
Oh, you could always see the boys with the tux, the little heads poking
yes,
out the
in the
elastic.
boxers. Todd, you're laughing a little too hard
Well, why
at that.
the boys would wear mesh? I'm like, why are you wearing mesh shorts
Yeah,
to
right.
school?
Exactly. You're asking for it.
Exactly, you're dressed for
Really.
gym all day.
I would say a good 6.5 minutes
Okay.
to really let it, it's like when you go to
And at
jumping
that point, you're
funhouse.
like, you kind of have to be a diva about it. You have to be like, I'm staying after class, and I actually need you to come explain this to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach. You
Yeah.
come here.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see you after class.
Right.
Teacher,
And don't
get
look
over here.
down.
And don't touch me.
Unless you want to, of course.
Don't look at my number 2 pencil.
Unless you're attractive.
I know, my God. Would you have hooked up with a teacher?
There was one teacher that I put a feeler out, and unfortunately he wasn't interested.
Really?
So that hurt. And everyone was like, oh my God.
What
I almost
subject?
said the name. Everyone was like, oh my God, so-and-so has like the hairiest ass. And I'm like, isn't that gross? I'm like, not really. And he was standing behind me and I was like, I'd sleep with a teacher for a good grade. And
Oh,
he just like
that's
turned around and
so
was just
funny.
like, ugh, like he found me very annoying.
But isn't that sometimes a crush?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
like, are you annoyed by me or do you have a crush on me?
Right, exactly. Is this cactus real?
No.
Oh my God, I literally watched. I'm like petting this cactus. I was like, well, I'm going to get
No.
my wish of being disabled. I'm
That
going
would
to
be
lose my
so
hand.
mean if I just
That's
had like a
hilarious.
prickly thing right there.
If you're not funny, you're
the
like,
only
lean to
thing
the
to
left.
touch. The only thing to touch is there. Okay, so I have been thinking about this. Can you pull up Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
I want to like Glenn Powell so bad.
That's GL.
I know, my sweet little special needs boyfriend. I want to like him, but I don't like him.
Now,
Like, the
what don't
body's
you
good,
like?
he's ripped.
Is it because he looks Norwegian?
His eyes are very close set. He kind of like, can you pull up a picture of the woman who was Bart Simpson's voice? Yeah, Bart Simpson's voice.
Stop it. Are you?
I feel like
I think I know who you're
I
talking
might
about.
be right. Wait, we need to see her like from a while ago. Don't they kind of look alike? Oh no, it's the Lisa Simpson lady.
Stop
it's the
it.
Lisa Simpson lady. Doesn't that kind of, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I like
that's his
see a lot.
mom.
It's like close eyes,
Okay.
which is fine.
So if you and Glenn, you had a whole pass and you got to hook up with Glenn, you'd be seeing Lisa.
I would be like, yeah, I'd be like, Lisa, it's your birthday.
I think he's cute. Wouldn't be my first choice.
He's okay.
He's okay. He looks like he could work at IKEA and serve the Swedish meatballs
yeah,
of
he
some
does
sorts.
look very Swedish.
Very sweet, very Nordic, very Northern Lights.
What do you think about when they did the flirting for their? Remember they came out with the movie and then him and Sydney Sweeney got in all that trouble because they were flirting with each other.
That's right. It wasn't enough to get me in the theater.
Look, we watched it.
It wasn't enough to get me in the theater.
when it hit streaming, and
What'd you think? No,
we thought we're like, did AI do this? Like, how did this happen?
it was that bad.
It would just didn't. The stakes were so weird. I'm like, it had to have been AI because there's a scene in the beginning where they meet at a coffee shop, and they like have a crush on each other, and she's like excited to have met him, and she goes into the bathroom, and they're gonna go. I don't remember where they're leaving, but she goes into the bathroom before they leave, and the sink breaks, and then all this water squirts on her pants, and it looks like she peed herself, but it's obviously that the sink is broken, and the whole thing is her trying to like dry her pants and hide that her pants are wet. And it's like, those aren't real human stakes. You would just go out and go, can someone fix the sink?
Right.
The sink's broken. It wouldn't.
Do you have a towel?
Yeah, exactly. It would have been like,
fan me down.
Exactly. It was just.
That is weird.
So the stakes felt AI stakes. It didn't feel like human stakes.
Do you have a celebrity crush? Like who would you pick?
It used to be Liev Schreiber. And then I heard he sucks. I heard he's like annoying to be around. And I watched him talk about his apartment on Architecture Digest. And I was like,
yeah, that's kind of a turnoff.
And he's like so old now.
When somebody's talking about architecture, that's like
you just get. Well, have you ever watched the Architecture Digest shows?
My dad's
where
an
they
architect, so I love architecture. But I
Aw.
think that when somebody's older, it's just nobody young really is talking about architecture
Yeah.
like that. My dad's the weirdest architect in the world. He's never seen any architecture outside of Staten Island. I go, don't you want to go to Italy or London and see? He goes, no, not really. I said,
Are you from Staten Island?
yes.
Oh, fun.
The nice part, despite what you've heard.
No, I like Staten Island School.
I love Staten
Yeah,
Island.
Staten
People
Island's
shit on
awesome.
it. I ate on Marble. I was around the mafia.
On Marble. I thought you said you ate on Marble. I was like, well, we can do that anywhere.
I could,
and then your parents have to sift through the poop to get it. We all swallowed a penny.
And that's how I lost my baby teeth. No, I like Staten Island. It was fun. And
Staten Island's cool.
yeah, and great food.
Are you friends with the Impractical Jokers?
I know a few of them.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows a few.
Yeah.
All four is a lot.
They're like the Power Rangers. They're
Yes.
everywhere and they multiply.
Pete Davidson.
I did know Pete. We started around the same
Damien
time.
Leone, Terrifier, our favorite movie.
BB Rexa is from Staten Island.
Okay.
Christina Aguilera was born there.
Oh, cool.
The cast of the Jersey Shore.
I don't like that.
I know.
I
I
don't like
was
that they're
attracted
liars.
to them.
Which one?
Mike the Situation.
Oh, that's your guy?
Oh yes. People
You
like he has a
like
butter
abs.
face.
You like
I like. Can I tell you what I really like?
Yeah.
When you look at a guy and you can almost hear him say, duh. That's what I'm into.
Now, I watched the show My So-Called Life when I was like 11, I think it came out.
Mhm.
So I was just getting boy crazy. And Jared Leto played this character, Jordan Catalano, who couldn't read. And I only exclusively dated the guys that were like illiterate and stupid because I thought that's like what love was. It had one season. The second season, you would have realized that she would have picked someone else, but it got canceled. And so they didn't follow through with the storyline. So I was just like, oh no, you fall in love with a guy who's like mean to you and can't read.
You were living your Miss Honey fantasy.
This was my whole life. And then I was like, oh wait, no, you want to go for someone that can read.
I don't think you do. I think you have a lot of control. You can't read the text.
It's
He's not going
true.
to text somehow on the side because
No,
he can't
it's
read it.
true. It's
You know?
true. It is nice to have someone that's,
To read, that's so very Mother Goose of you.
has trouble like typing. It doesn't know how to spell Sabrina.
I think it's charming, frankly.
He spelled Sabrina, if you guys didn't see, he spelled it S-I-B. And he was racking his brain for what the next letter would be. It wasn't popping up. He couldn't believe it. He thought he put an S-I-B and it would just come up Sabrina.
I was up to like, Tom, would you like to buy a vowel? It's not too late.
Oh, Sibri.
That,
Sib.
like Sibby, for sure.
That's so funny.
We'll take it.
Todd has no sisters. He knows nothing. He knows nothing about the witch.
Just, Todd, you should be lucky you didn't have a special needs sibling to ruin your life. Okay?
And what does your brother watch? What's his
Porn.
Does he watch a lot of porn?
I'm
He's
sure,
probably so
yeah.
horny, right?
Yeah. And I was really shocked by that because I really didn't. He can't, like, sometimes I'll be like, he didn't text me back. Like, and then I'll be like, he can't always use his hands. So that's something, but he's figured it out.
So where is he in his physical abilities? Can he jerk off?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
So he does need the nurses to jerk him off. And by the way, I feel like
allegedly, yeah.
I watched Blackfish and they had to jerk off the fucking.
Yes.
They had to jerk off the killer whale.
They had to jerk off till it comes.
Till he comes. Yes, till he comes.
That's right.
And so why would a human who's horny and has these urges? Because we were taught, we had a whole like orientation when I worked at Easter Seals about self-stimulation,
telecom and all that.
about self-stim. So when they're self-stimming, you're supposed to put up like, but my kids were high functioning, so they would be able to.
Are you talking about when you work with the dolphins or the special needs kids?
But by the way, it was similar the way we treated both of them. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
The behavioral stuff was similar.
Okay.
Not that
There was
mentally,
self-sim on both.
but yes, no, that's why. I mean, dolphins like Yappa was the only one, but that boner would come out and run, girls, run.
Because the dolphins rape.
They rape.
Yeah.
There's no consent.
Isn't
There's
it
no
crazy to
consent in the
think that
sea.
because they jerked off Tillicum, all the whales from SeaWorld are all his children,
They're all his children.
because they used his semen for the most
But
part.
but do you think that, I think they were jerking him off so he didn't murder them. Like, cause he needed to be, it
'cause
needed
he
to
was
be like
relaxed.
extracted.
They were giving him cigarettes.
They had
to his blowhole.
to like excrete the poison.
Mm.
And now
We should do that to straight men.
But they have to do that. What are they going to just have, like, guys in wheelchairs that can't masturbate themselves it has to come out. It can't stay in.
No, yeah.
Isn't it bad for you to keep it in?
Todd?
Isn't there like a, I don't know if that was like a myth.
Yeah, well, that might be why Stephen Hawking went to
Epstein
Epstein's
Island.
Went to that island.
Yeah.
He needed a
never
smaller
know.
hand to get through. He was folded up. He was folded up. So like a larger hand was harder to fit in.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think to excrete
But did your brother
the
go
poison.
to prom with like another girl in a wheelchair? Was it like that type of thing?
So there was another girl in a wheelchair who has the same disability that he has, and she's in love with him. He wants nothing to do with her. He goes, I would never be with a girl in a wheelchair. I was like, you're in a wheelchair.
I love it. No, I get it. The
And
clank.
she's a millionaire. She's a multimillionaire. She's been hitting him up for years. He wants nothing to do with her.
You should
He
just
goes-
go straight for a
He
second.
goes, I
get in
don't
that
want to
role.
hang out with crippled people. I said, Christian,
Can we look up I want to see is that fucked up to look up the disease?
no.
Can you, what's it called?
Spinal muscular
Because
atrophy.
I know spina bifida, I know
SMA.
cerebral palsy.
Spinal.
Oh my God. Spinosaurus.
He's like
Yeah, he's half
Spyro the
dinosaur.
Dragon.
He's just looking up dinosaurs. This is Todd.
Spinal muscular atrophy. My mom gets very upset when I talk about this on podcast. But
Oh,
it's
we
too
can take
late.
it out if you
No,
want.
I've talked about
I'm just
nothing
curious. I
else.
think we're bringing awareness.
Oh no,
okay.
leave it.
Cute. Okay.
So it's a lot of kids don't live past a certain age.
Okay.
So he wasn't supposed to live past 2.
So that's why they
And-
kept giving him the wishes. They're like, oh my God, this guy. It should re-up the wishes. Oh, so the guy with the girlfriend has this. That guy, go back up.
Oh.
This guy is
Oh,
like
yeah.
viral.
Oh,
This is him and his hot wife.
Oh,
Your brother could totally.
pull some. Yeah. Look
Pull
at
some puss.
wow. Maybe I could hit them up and see if they want to do a 4-way.
Yeah, be like, are you guys interested in another one?
Put
Yeah.
your wheelchair in neutral.
And she's
Get
like
to work.
hot.
Yeah, that's
Look at
beautiful.
a little dress.
I could see the benefit of being with somebody. At least you always know where they are.
Yeah, they can't
You know
cheat
what I
on
mean?
you. But then didn't Stephen Hawking did cheat on his wife?
He did with
It's like,
children.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, which is tough.
I just want to say to your mother that we're bringing awareness.
We're bringing awareness. That's right.
Does your mom watch all your podcasts?
It didn't. I've gotten in a lot of trouble.
It's a
for
true
them.
nightmare, huh?
It's-
I know my favorite thing that you ever mentioned, you said you got in trouble for.
Yeah, Alyssa Milano.
Yes, my favorite
because
thing.
we.
I've been wanting to ever since I saw that clip. I'm like, I gotta get into
I am honored. So Alyssa Milano is my mom, my grandma, and her grandma are second cousins, and it's kind of the thing, you know. And maybe you can relate to this. When I first started, like nobody really was listening to what I was saying, so I
Right.
never thought it would get back to
Oh,
these people.
I'm the poster child of that. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like a weird thing because you're like, oh, nobody's saying like I'm like to me like this is like a fantasy person. They're not like a
Right,
real
of
person.
course.
So the clip went viral on TikTok. My grandma she goes, I don't know why he would say that. She goes, I'm so ashamed. My grandma was like really afraid, like her mom was because like her family's like tough.
Yeah.
But her husband saw the clip and it never came to fruition until like literally like a month ago. And they were talking about me on the phone. So they weren't thrilled that I said it, but they were like supportive.
Yeah.
But she was mean to my mom. She used
Yeah.
to make
I
sign
know, and
autographs to my
sometimes it's
mom's
like-
back. I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't even born yet, but it's my mom. You know what I mean? She wasn't so charming after all.
Yeah.
But I've never met her. I'd love to meet her. And Alyssa, if you see this clip, call me. I could be your neighbor. We are related. And people said she was the most beautiful baby and that I look like her. So we have a connection.
Aw. She was cute. She was a
She was.
cutie.
And I made like I used to have this innocent joke that like I moved to, my cousin's Alyssa Milano and she inspired me to move to LA because I figured if she could do it, I could do it because I also have no talent. Like an innocent joke. And that's what they saw. So they
But that's the most painful thing for someone to hear. That like is like for like a child star to hear. To be like, wait, this whole time I sacrificed having a regular life because
Yeah.
everyone told me I was talented. Wait, I'm not talented.
That's right.
She
So-
gave me like baby hair confidence. She had
Yeah, and
baby
she's a
hair.
beautiful girl, and you know, Alyssa, I would love to hang out sometime, and I'm sure we run in similar circles, so I'm sure I'm gonna meet her eventually, and I would hope that she doesn't have any bad blood, but who knows?
But I mean, Adam Devine, we got a hit
I'm a-
list
I'm
again.
a
People hate
traitor.
you.
I was on the MAGA bomber list.
Oh my god.
Remember the MAGA bomber? I used to tweet back and forth with Kathy Griffin just over
Uh-huh.
like stupid shit, and when the MAGA bomber had his list, my name was on the list.
Oh my god, because of Kathy.
Because we were tweeting, so I was like, I was at Disney. It was when I first
Well,
moved out
Kathy
here.
Griffin's the perfect example of like you name names and you get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
it's like caught up with her. But it's like that's her whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's her whole platform.
There are certain people that, yeah. And I was on the list, which I honestly, people are like, how'd you get it? Hollywood. Like, how'd you get on that list? So it was flattering, nonetheless.
He's A-list.
That's right.
He's M-list.
I'm M-list, MAGA bomber. A new, different type of bomb for me.
Yeah, no, I can't believe how much consequence sometimes the things we say have. It's crazy.
But I don't believe it until it's too late.
I know, because you're like, it's just little old me.
It's little old me. I'm
We're
so
just
innocent.
chatting. This is what people don't understand about podcasting. It feels so normal. We're just chatting. And even you think you're like editing, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's things I said on podcasts that I just like, I thought were in timeout that went so viral that I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I have to apologize to those people.
I know. And it's especially if you're with someone that you like and you enjoy, like you're open and you open up and you never think.
And you don't even mean it like as shitty as it sounds. And you're like,
it's out of context and you're in the moment. You know what I mean? You're sipping a Red Bull, sugar-free. Anything could come out. You know what I mean? But I've definitely said a few. I think I'm on the Dick Van Dyke Show. I come on this podcast. I pour my whole. I might as well get my social security number out.
Yeah.
And at least this is. I'm honored to be on. This is a big podcast. Like I've poured my heart out for podcasts where 3 people have listened. And now that's sad.
No,
if you're gonna get in trouble, make sure it's on a good one.
No, and then I know, and you're like, it didn't. Nobody like you didn't get any followers from it.
Yeah,
or anything.
that really hurts.
No,
I could see you going. She's going through the Rolodex.
It's just people like, it's people of a level of fame that I can't believe I've met coming up to me and being like, I heard you said, and I'm like,
oh, like you said something about them?
I'm like, the idea that I'm like, you remember me for such a horrible thing. Like that I was like gossiping, but this is what I was thinking about. When I was a kid, I went to the pool, had like a dance from one of the other schools that I didn't go to, was having a dance, and I kind of crashed the dance. I was so boy crazy. I was like, I just was always like, where's the hottest guy? Every bat mitzvah I went to, I was like, where's the hottest guy? I always made out with the hottest guy. And so I start dancing with this guy, and he's like, do you know, I can't remember the girl's name. Let's call her Stephanie. I don't remember her name. It was Stephanie so-and-so. And I was on the swim team with her, and I played softball with her. I didn't know anything really about her. I never hung out with her. She was really pretty, and I definitely would have wanted to be friends with her, but we weren't. And I just went, he goes, do you know her? And I go, yeah. And he goes, what do you think of her? And I went, I heard she's a slut, thinking, I just assumed that he wanted me to talk shit on her. And he goes, she's my girlfriend. And then for years, her mom and her would like chase me around the pool and be like, why would you call her? And all this stuff. I was like, I said, I heard it.
I love those girls where the mother gets involved.
The mom, because it was like, you know, they were hot.
I know
the mom
that
had her when
type.
she was
Oh,
young.
of
They were like
course.
hot blonde girls. They were like so hot. And I just remember like, it was such a fuck up because I totally wanted to be friends with her. And it wasn't, I had never heard anything bad about her. And I just assumed he wanted, I don't know why my brain was like, he wants me to talk shit on her. I didn't, and I still do that all the time. People will bring someone up and I'll just say like the meanest thing I can think about them. And then they'll go like, oh, that's my cousin. And I'm like, of course it's your cousin. I don't know why.
Why did you tee it up? You set me up.
But I didn't even mean the mean thing. I just thought that's what we do because my parents are like shit talkers.
Well, me and you were good on the mount. So here, when I was at that age, if I fight with a peer, I'm not prepared to fight your mother. I've had girls call me with my friend's mother called me and she's like, why'd you say that to Stephanie? I'm like, Lisa, is that you? Like, and I'm not prepared. I was like 15.
It's like, Mrs. Weintraub, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Why are you getting involved?
But also,
what are you doing?
Why are you avenging me so hard?
Why are you getting involved? Shouldn't you be going through osteoporosis somewhere? And here you are calling me at 13?
No, and then also I want to be like, hey, lady, maybe I'm fucking 12 years old or 14 years old and there was a cute boy and I wanted to impress him.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll fight the both of you,
What
you
do you
and
want?
your daughter.
Maybe it's because my mom isn't teaching me to shave yet and I have leg hair and I'm on the swim team. It's embarrassing.
But that's funny that the mom used to chase you around the pool. That's
She chased me
hilarious. I can
around.
see that happening. Because they'll protect their daughters and they'll get right in a 13-year-old's face.
And it is crazy to be called a slut at 13 though too.
Yeah, some people
crazy.
it's fitting. Well,
but also I know I'm like, why are you so triggered?
I know some 13-year-old sluts.
And also Shirley's a boyfriend?
Not personally. Do the
Yeah, not
grapevine.
now.
Not now.
They were sluts
When
at
I
13.
was a 13-year-old slut, I knew some peers.
I mean, no, I had so many friends that like lost their virginity before they got their periods.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, oh, and they always were dating like the Italian guy that was so hairy. That looked like,
yeah.
They always looked like they were 10 years older than they were.
That's why they couldn't find the cherry. It was in his body hair.
Oh,
Nuzzled
it was
in there.
lost in there. It was so gross.
I was the last person from my friend group to have sex. I waited until my freshman year of college, and when I did it, I was like, "This is it."
I know.
I thought there'd be fireworks.
No.
It was very disappointing.
No, it's
and it hasn't gotten better.
It's disgusting.
It's sick,
It's a disgusting practice.
and it's hard to see somebody getting vulnerable. For me, at least, It's hard for me to see you like dry heaving and sweating, and then
Yeah.
just sit with you at the diner.
Yeah,
An
it's
hour
really
after.
a lot of it's and then like if you do crazy stuff to try to get out of your head, then you're
Yeah.
like, ew. Once spit gets involved, like the Haktua girl, it's like
Uh,
once spit's involved, it's like
I don't see why
having
everybody's
dinner
problem with her. If
after.
she wants to blow our men, less work for us.
I just hope she gets as rich as she possibly can.
Me-
I want her to like
Yeah.
really run with this.
exactly. I think she should come up with her own lube.
All the
some type of
comics are
lubricant.
upset.
I know.
The comics are jealous.
Well, because she has bigger representation.
I know, but I'm going like,
she's
how
gonna be a
bad
new
is your
face.
act? How bad is your act? She brings Montreal back. That's how
She's
good
gonna
she
bring
is.
it back one hawk tour at a time.
Oh my God. She's on Hawk Tour. They're so salty though. It's like comics can be jealous of anything.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take you give it a shot. I want to tell these people.
Also, it's like, see her do the show. It's fine.
Right.
Were you there when the Dalia brought the boxer up at the Laugh Factory? And he just started shadow boxing?
No, I wasn't there, but I heard about that.
It's so funny because people are like, yeah, I want to do it. And they're like, oh, you're so nervous once you get up there. Bring the Hawk to a girl. If she can stand on there for 45 minutes,
And
she deserves it.
right.
She deserves the money.
It's so interesting. Like there was, I mean, remember that T.I., that when he was coming
Yes.
around. Did you ever have to bring him up?
Nope.
Were they putting him up at the store? There was one time I bought him
I'm
up
in
at a
the
show,
belly
and I said, "Would you like me to say T.I.?" He was like, "No, say Tip Harris." I was like, "Who?"
That's
Tip.
so
And I was so
funny.
nervous that I was gonna fuck it up.
T.I. is just short for tip.
Tip Harris, and I was like, "Okay, yes, Mr. Harris." Like he was like, "Do not say T.I." I was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "He's throwing me. We could blame you for Iggy Azalea, so don't act like you got all the
Yes.
answers, Tip."
You did
But
this tip.
I was
Let me give you a
supportive of
tip.
him. Yeah, I know. If anyone wants to give it a shot, if you're broken enough to try stand up,
I
have
don't
at
give a
it.
shit. Just do
I
it.
don't. Yeah,
I don't have
please.
time to worry about it. It's like being jealous of other people's
No way.
like comedy success.
I'll be
is so
miserable
boring.
regardless.
It's like, who cares? If the Hawk to a girl,
Let her
get
let
rich.
her suck and fuck right our
Let
way
her
up
get
to
rich.
the cellar.
I'm just like, thank God when I was just a drunk 20-year-old, there
Mm.
were not cameras and the internet
I
on me
know.
at all times.
It was so much easier
Constantly.
to
We had
be a
digital
mess
cameras.
and hide it. I was not great either.
Look, it would have been rough. Would have been rough.
But look at you now. Look at it, Mayor of Anniewood. I'll sleep here.
Anyway.
I'll move in.
Hour 15. All right. I think we did a good job here.
I had so
It
much
was
fun with you. I
fun.
adore you. This is a great
We
time.
call this special needs brothers issues instead of daddy issues.
We have special needs too.
Our special needs don't even count anymore. But what's your website and everything? Where can people
Nicky
find
Paris, ton of shows through the end of the year. Follow me, Nicky Paris, bitch. And I'm such a fan of yours, so it was very
you?
cool to
love
get
you
to
too.
be
It
here
was
with
so
you.
fun. You can come back. I'll allow it. All right, guys. Check them out.
I'm gonna do the shocker. Even better than Rock On.
I did it wrong. We really do. We love each other.
It's the meat and potatoes.
Welcome to Anniewood. This is the land of the Stannies, Annies, and Fannies, and all of the Zika nannies. Yeah, welcome to Anniewood. This is the land of the Stannies, Annies, and Fannies, and all of the Zika nannies. I'm gonna fire Oscar. I'm about to prosper. Blingy on my drinky, and Randy is living.
Oh, Randy, how did you feel about today's episode? Was it good? Did you like it? Did you like it outside? Did you like it like a puppuccino? Puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino?